Today we're going to talk about the new Netflix series, Warrior Nun. Yes, it's called Warrior Nun. So let's get started. Hey everybody, my name is Justin. I love to watch movies. If you guys love to watch movies too, you guys are in the right spot. Make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and click that notification for more up and coming videos. After waking up in a morgue, an orphan teen discovers she now possesses superpowers as the chosen halo bearer for a secret society of demon-hunting nuns. This is based off of a comic book series. Alba Baptista stars as Ava. When I heard of this title, Warrior Nun, my initial thoughts were it's going to be something like those really cheesy sci-fi films that they put out constantly. I thought it was going to be something like that. Luckily, it's not that. It's not as cheesy as I thought it would be. And it's a halfway decent series. This is a 10-episode series that honestly, it starts off pretty rough. It starts off very slow. It has some promising elements in the beginning of the series where we learn that Ava now is a halo bearer. She is part of the Society of Secret Warrior Nuns, and she's trying to adapt to her new superpowers that she has. But it feels like a CW show at first with teen angst and romance and just, corny dialogue, which made the show kind of rough to start. I wanted to see some of the action that was promised in some of the trailers and some of this Warrior Nun elements that I was expecting from this series. As we get past a couple of the beginning episodes and lay down the foundation for who our character is, Ava, the secret society, there's these other groups of people getting involved as well. There's some teen romances going on as well. Once we can kind of get past all of that, that's where the series starts to pick up. That's where some of the cool action for its budget does come out and becomes entertaining. That's when the warrior nuns start doing what they do, what they've been training for all these years, and protecting the halo bearer, Ava, from danger, from hell. The action is filmed really well. There's some pretty cool action sequences with these nuns and how they are fighting this demonic creature. And it's interesting to watch Ava, who has been exposed to some of her superpowers and doesn't know much about it, and then starts to train with these nuns and then starts to kind of hone down on her abilities and utilize them. So there's some pretty good progression for her. It's your kind of average chosen one story where she doesn't really believe in herself. People believe that she is the chosen one. She has these abilities that's going to lead them to safety. She really doesn't quite believe that, and she kind of has to start believing in herself. If you've seen any of those kind of chosen one stories, certain elements from those translate into the series and move the character forward. There was a lot of time that the series did focus on other characters rather than Ava, which I found to be interesting because they were all part of this warrior nun society, which was tasked with protecting Ava. And so once we got some characteristics and storylines for some other nuns in the series, I liked the route that they took some of these characters because the show just didn't focus on Ava. There were some interesting characters that were in the background for some of the series, and once we got to learn about some of them, they became really intriguing characters and an integral part to the series. So it's just not Ava leading everybody and her with her abilities. There's other characters as well who have been trained for years that feel possibly threatened by Ava's presence, and so they are expressing their emotions as well. And I like how they kind of work together and they train Ava, and then it kind of leads to a really climatic ending, and there's a really good progression towards the later episodes like 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You can tell they are building up towards something. They utilize each episode to build intense moments. And as we get towards those later episodes, Ava does become a more confident character. She's much more comfortable being around the nuns and fighting alongside them as well, and still filming those action scenes really well. But the series did start off really slow. I think there were some characters that just felt very pointless, relationships that did feel pointless. And if we got to the more exciting elements of the warrior nuns and those action scenes and the big plot of the series, I think it would have started off stronger. If they cut out a couple episodes, I think it still would have been impactful. And still, if they got to the point right away, we could have had more time to enjoy the characters like Ava and the different warrior nuns. I just found the first couple episodes to be reminiscing of a CW show with its relationships and some of the cringe-worthy dialogue that we did get. But nonetheless, I think Warrior Nun did a good job of exploring the lore and the world behind these warrior nuns and hell, and this different group that is trying to get the halo from Ava. I like the different setup for the different characters and the relationships and the struggle amongst the different groups. Explored it all pretty well. Once we got past those couple episodes, there were some moments of heavy exposition early on. Characters are reading book, kind of telling us everything we need to know. It's not a series that you're going to need to sit down and pay attention to everything or you're going to miss something. It's a pretty easy, straightforward show that's entertaining at times, but you got to get past those pretty corny beginning episodes that really don't amount to much. I'm going to go ahead and give Warrior Nun a B-. Thank you guys for checking my review for Warrior Nun. It is on Netflix. Check it out if you guys have a chance, and stay tuned for more up and coming Netflix content. My name is Just Watch Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.